Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Daily Motion, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Friday, February 20th, 2015, around 6:02 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. Dark out, sun's going to be coming up in about an hour. Going to be another cold day, about 15 degrees. Wind chill factor is going to be 0 again, so bundle up. Some news to report. The Oakland Raiders and San Diego Chargers have a plan to build a $1.5 billion stadium in the Los Angeles area, and they're seriously about talking those teams about moving to the Los Angeles area. But this could be a ploy to get new stadiums in San Diego and Oakland, but we'll wait and see. You see. And also the Florida Panthers won last night, meaning they're only 1 point out of the final wild card spot in the Eastern Conference of the NHL. Bruins need to start winning these games. And also, spring training is today. Pitches and catches for the Boston Red Sox. And 12 years ago today was the infamous Station nightclub fire in Warwick, Rhode Island, where over 100 people lost their lives and over 200 were seriously injured. Very sad. Prayers. Never forget that day, 2/20/03. And that's about it on that. My first subject of the day, the continuation series of the top 10 list, everything and anything. These lists are going to be taking a hiatus in March, so very few left. I'm doing for the time being, and I've reached top 10 greatest professional wrestling finishing maneuvers of all time. These are finishing maneuvers. Some of these maneuvers are famous and stuff. And here are the top 10 of all time. Number 10 is the spear by Edge and Goldberg. Once they hit the spear, it's basically academic for them to win the match. That comes in at number 10. Number 9 is the Razor's Edge, famous for Razor Ramon. It's kind of like a modified pile driver, power bomb, and the Razor's Edge was famous for Razor Ramon, and it was good. It used to be the Diamond Depth Drop when Razor Ramon was a Diamond Star, and it was the Hall Slam when it was in WCW. Comes in at number 9. Number 8 on this list is the Power Bomb Jackknife, famous for Diesel and Vader and Psycho Sid Vicious. The Power Bomb was an awesome move, and once these wrestlers got their opponents in the powerbomb, it was over. They hardly kicked out, and it was 1, 2, 3, and that was about it. Number 7 on this list is the greatest finishing maneuvers in pro wrestling history. The Pedigree, famous for Triple H. The Pedigree is like a modified version of the pile driver, and like it was great, very great. Triple H, once he put it on you, it was over. It was game over because Triple H is the game. The 1, 2, 3. Number 6 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling finishing maneuvers of all time, the Superfly Splash. It was famous by Superfly Jimmy Snuka, WWE Hall of Famer. The Superfly would come up the top rope, and he would hit the Superfly Splash, and it was all academic. When he would hit the Superfly Splash, I remember Superfly Jimmy Snuka going up to the top of the cage to deliver the Superfly Splash to Bob Backlund in 1982 and the Magnificent Morocco 1983. Very famous moves. It comes in at number 6. Number 5 on the all-time list of greatest professional wrestling finishing maneuvers of all time. This Tombstone Pile Driver, famous for The Undertaker. The Undertaker would hit this one, and it was rest in peace for the opponents. 1, 2, 3. That it was all done, and then the Undertaker would put them in a body bag or whatever. Number 4 on the list of the greatest finishing maneuvers of all time, sweet chin music, the super kick by Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels would deliver the super kick when you would least expect it, and it was over. He super kicked a lot of wrestlers to several WWE titles and Intercontinental titles. And when he was WWE champion, he would always get the foot ready for the sweet chin music. Number 3 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling finishing maneuvers of all time, the Rock Bottom, famous by The Rock. The Rock would hit you with it, and then after you got the rock bottom, he would deliver the people's elbow, and it was all over, and it was awesome. Number 2 on the list of the greatest professional wrestling finishing maneuvers of all time, the Stone Cold Stunner, famous for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold has hit the stunner on so many people, and once he put it on you, nobody would have kicked out. He went crazy in the WWE during the Attitude Era, stunning everybody and anybody there is. He probably stunned the entire roster, and I would have loved to see Stone Cold Steve Austin put the stun on more people, maybe famous people, but I don't think he would have ever done it to Julie Bratton or Heidi Pratt. But you would have never known, and Stone Cold would have is awesome. That's the best finishing maneuver of all time in professional wrestling history. But the number 1 is the leg drop, famous for WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan would deliver the big boot and then put the leg drop, and it was 1, 2, 3. He used the leg drop to win several WWE and WCW World Championships, and that was probably the most famous professional wrestling finishing maneuver of all time. And that's about it on that. I'll be back later on in the day for 2 more video blogs. The first video blog will be about Sports Hub 98.5 in Boston, WBZ FM, and the third and final video blog of the night will be about personality profile Jim Rice, and coming soon to these video blogs will be the top 10 submission maneuvers of all time for professional wrestling history, the Seattle Mariners best players of all time, and pitchers. I'll be finished with all the 30 major league teams for the top 10, and then on Ric Flair's birthday, which is Wednesday, February 25th, there'll be 2 special video blogs on Ric Flair, the 16-time world champion, because he turned 66 years old. The 2 video blogs about him will be about the top 10 greatest Ric Flair matches of all time, and the Ric Flair WWE WWE run in 1991 through 1993. And March Madness is coming to these video blogs with reviewing many WrestleManias, plus the NCAA March Madness basketball tournament, and 2015 Major League Baseball preview. Have a good day, everybody. See you later.